Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. Today we're here with the gorilla enclosure. As you can see, I'm going with the Gabion, or actually no, I swapped to thick glass because I thought it looked better for a gorilla enclosure. This was a fairly simple enclosure. I didn't do anything too crazy. Kind of went with the same kind of style I've done for the rest of the primate enclosures. So. This was probably the trickiest part though about the enclosure was just this real quick editing of the barriers because they join. So I made it so that this side of the bonobos enclosure is just up the whole way through, just to make it a little um, just to make it so that there was no gap in between the two enclosures, so that it was on par with what the what's it called? In par with what the oh wait. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. I was confused for a second. I was like, why did I put Gabion on the back too? It's because that's going to be like the divider between that and the chimpanzee enclosure. So, and I don't want them to see each other because I feel like if you're building a zoo, that's what you would want, right? For the animals to not be able to see each other and cause any issues. But yeah, so we got that all situated. Got just a nice Gabion back and then thick glass around the pathway so that people could see into there, obviously. I still don't have the chimpanzees. Oh, sorry. I still don't have the other chimpanzee we need, and it turns out I need another gorilla. So hopefully they just breed sooner rather than later and another one pops up. Because right now we don't have any credits, so I can't get another gorilla, let alone a chimp. So, and then yeah, as you can see, it started to rain, which is great. Super helpful. But yeah, so painting the terrain or putting in water real quick before I paint the terrain. I went with a simple, just kind of like a river thing, and then it went into like a little pond type of thing, you know? Well, I guess it is all just like a pond. It's not really a river, but you know what I mean. It is small mouth, and then it went to a larger opening, you know? And I covered the small area over here with some rocks to kind of just make it look good. So now I'm going to paint it soil around the water like usual. And they actually need quite a bit of sorry. They didn't really need a lot of soil, but they needed a lot less grass. So most of the enclosure just ended up being soil. And then I go ahead and throw in the enrichments real quick, which is just the normal stuff that basically every animal has. I put the feeder close to the door too because sometimes it just has issues and the staff can't walk in most of the enclosure. So I did that just to do that. And so far, since I did that with a lot of the other enclosures, like I went back and moved them, so far I haven't had any issues with animals going hungry. So hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully it'll stay working itself out. But yeah, so now we're going to go ahead and build that little rock thing I was talking about as well as the hard shelter. So I just did a simple thing. I was just trying to kind of hide where the water came from, just to make it kind of like what I did with the wolves, just to make it look kind of cool, a little different than what I usually do. Oh my god. But yeah, I was just trying to do something a little different in terms of the water source. Because I have been doing the same thing for the last like fucking 10 enclosures. Just here's a little pond, you know? So changed it up by just hiding where the water comes from a little bit. And I think it came out good. And then right off of that, I'm building the hard shelter for them. Just a very large structure. I am going to go back though and edit it. Well, actually I can't because I put the climbing structure on it. It ended up not being big enough. Like at first I thought it was, but then once the other gorilla came in there, it wasn't enough space. I also have to extend the enclosure. Um, so there's two different things I have to fix when we go and take a closer look at it. But they should be quick fixes. I'm legit just extending the enclosure a little bit, nothing crazy. And then I just want to make that hard shelter a little bit bigger or make a second hard shelter. So that's just my current thought, at least, is to maybe just make a second hard shelter. Because expanding this one would suck because I have all my climbing structures on it. So I think I want to go with maybe a secondary hard shelter somewhere. But as you can see, I'm just trying to find a nice way to make a prefab fit in here. And I think I did. So as you can see, I'm going to basically situate the prefab right about there. And I think it looks pretty good over the water and stuff. And then I kind of expand on it and it all works together kind of well. Actually, yeah, so what we'll do is I'll make another hard shelter with another climbing area. They don't really need that much climbing area at all. But I still want to have a... God, I'm so sorry. I still want to have a decent amount of variety for them in terms of climbing. So I think we will just make a secondary hard shelter. But so I'm making this little path so that they could get like off on this side and not have to just turn around. And then I'm connecting some of those little climbing poles up to it. One, so it looks like it has support, and just so they have a way to get up on this side. I was going to put it in the middle. I decided to offset just because of the way the rock goes out right there. And then I added another little climbing one on the other side just to give it that look of support, like I said. And then I go ahead and I build like a really quick little one over here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm tired. But I built another one over here just to have a little bit of variety, and have another section if they want to get away from the other gorillas, you know? So I was going to do it offset like that. I don't know why I was going to do it like that. Decided against it. Put the trunk back in the middle. I should have I should have done what I did with the bonobos and built the climbable shit around the trees. Maybe I'll do that for when I extend it for the hard shelter. Maybe I'll put the hard shelter. Maybe I'll put the hard shelter and the climbing stuff. Like, how can I make a hard shelter in a tree? I don't think so. Gorillas don't sleep in trees anyway. They sleep on the ground. So I don't know. I'll probably do a hard shelter in between the trees though. But so I did that. I was like, okay, wow, more than enough for climbable space, as you can see. And then hard shelter was at 38%. I was like, oh, fuck, what? And then it's because he can't go in there. So I just brought the front rocks up a little bit, and it made it so you could go in there, and that fixed that issue. But I did all this before the girl was in there. So all these numbers change. And yeah, so. But it's alright because I needed the chimpanzee enclosure to go long ways along the path towards the plaza. I needed it to go longer anyway and not be as wide. So it ends up working out that we're going to extend it right now. But yeah, so I just brought those up a little bit. And it made it so you could go all the way through. So I was like, okay, cool, that works. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I haven't done shit today. I slept until like 1 o'clock and then fucked off for the rest of the day. It's a Sunday. So I just fucked off all day. Oh yeah, and then I named the work zone real quick because I was like, hey, I don't want to have to keep fucking clicking on these to figure out what's what. The one that's not named is the one where it's just like all over the zoo and I don't want to change it. So I just left it. So I added some lily pads just because they look good. So a couple palm trees, which I think I ultimately delete because they don't fit the rest of the God, what's it called? They don't fit the rest of the plants in a nice way. They don't fit with the overall aesthetic of the enclosure, I guess is what I'm trying to say, maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. So these trees, they also like, so I ended up throwing a couple of these in to kind of keep that continuation over from the other primate habitats, and they also just look really nice. So that's why I'm saying maybe I could do something with climbable in the trees again, and maybe a hard shelter in between them or something. I don't know. But just throwing in a couple of trees here and there just to add variety, make sure it looks good. But yeah, I was just trying to... I want it to look like a jungle, you know? I mean, I can't though because of the way the plants work in like the traversable area. They can't walk a big chunk around things you place. So I didn't want to have too many trees in there. But I deleted the bob trees, as you can see, to put a weeping willow. And then I replaced it with a couple of banana plants. See, I was going to add this bush in, but I'm like, they can't walk through the bush or around the bush. Because I was going to just put it in the middle over there. And then I'm adding some trees outside of enclosures just to give the staff area a little bit more of a realistic feeling rather than being just plain emptiness. So I'm adding in a couple of plants that just kind of go with the gorillas because that way it matches the other enclosures around it. So I'm just doing that real quick. Add a big tree over here by the staff path. And then another tree right there. And I think that's all I do when I go over to the education. Oh yeah, I did donation bins finally. Which I guess I must have done at some point, because there is some over here. There's not a lot, but there's some. Oh, you know what? I didn't do those over by the little pig things. It's alright. We get enough money from donations anyway. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. But yeah, I threw a couple of those down because I kind of forgot to do them the last few times. So. And then now I go ahead and just add in our education. Couple of TVs, couple of speakers, the usual stuff, nothing crazy. Yeah, overall simple enclosure. It came out good though, so it looks good. It fits what I expected, or well, it ended up being what I expected it to be in terms of aesthetic and just the way the enclosure came out. So I'm happy about that because it just looks what I wanted it to look like. But yeah, it was a simple enclosure. The primary enclosures ended up being simpler than I thought they would be. But it is nice to do them because now I'm learning a little bit more of what I can do with climbable stuff. Because I did a lot of stuff with the bottom modes that I didn't think I could do, and I'm happy about it. But let's go ahead, take a closer look at the enclosure, and possibly extend it some more, and talk about the chimpanzee enclosure in the plaza. Alright, so this is how the enclosure looks. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. It's like our other ones. But as you can see here... Oh. Oh. Never mind. We don't have to extend it. I mean, are we sure? When I was on here last time, it said I had to extend it. It says she has 0 enrichment. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, see, so our hard shelter's a little low, and then, like, once they have babies and stuff, there's not going to be enough space for them. You know, because there has to be at least one more gorilla in here. So I think we are going to still extend it. Alright, so let's go over here to terrain, or not terrain, sorry, barriers. And we're going to go to our gabion. And we are going to extend it out that much. That much. So nothing too crazy. Damn, is my whole enclosure that just crooked? Because as you can see, that's straight-ish. And then, let me go to thick glass. Oh, what? There you go. And then we gotta go over here and make sure these are all climb proof. Beautiful. And then I think what I want to do is just go here, duplicate this, put it right. Oh, is that the same tree I put over there? It is. Let's go with this taller one. And then let's go ahead and add something like this fig tree. Because I know that it's part of their recommended plants. And we'll do it right there is where I'm thinking. Touches the other trees a little bit, but not too much. And then, so what I'm thinking is we'll go ahead and we'll go over to nature, and we'll go over to rocks. And we'll go ahead and still use our dynamic mossy rocks to build another hard shelter. Just something like this in between the two trees. Nothing crazy, you know. Trying to just build a fairly simple hard shelter. No one's ever going to be able to see this backside, so I'm not too worried about it. Sticks through a little bit, it's fine. Because I'll probably just use that for the chimp enclosure as well. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to just add this to it. Like so. Just like that. Then we'll add a couple of littler rocks just around so that it looks a little more natural. And then I think that'll do. So we'll go over to bedding, add that in real quick. I just wanted something simple real quick, just so that there is enough hard shelter, because once they get another gorilla, they're gonna need more. And that's bigger than the other one in terms of space they have under there, I think. And you know what, I'm actually gonna go ahead and duplicate, and I'm gonna extend it just a little bit further. Just so there's a little bit more room. And then we're gonna go back to nature real quick. And I want something like, yeah, something like this to go like that, and then we'll go something like this to go like that. And then that side I'll leave kind of open, cause now I'm gonna go back to my climbing stuff. And we're gonna make a little platform. So we're gonna go up into the trees. So I think I want to go like that, maybe make it a little offset like that. And then on this tree I want something like that, something a little lower, give them a little bit of a transition different heights. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put a bridge, because I'm gonna make it pretty simple, I think. So we're gonna do a bridge up here, and then obviously I still have to have a way for them to get up there. So let me go ahead over here and do something like, actually, you know what, I want that to be like a vertical way up. So I think we're gonna go ahead and just do like we'll do a 6-meter log, because that way I could just shrink it to where I want it to be exactly, which is about right there. Then we'll go over back to this. We'll go ahead and we're gonna put this in right here, and then we're gonna have just a extension like so that goes over to that, just like that. Then we're gonna go back to our 6-meter log, and we're gonna go, let me put down this real quick. I want it to be I think I want to do that. I will do that to right there. Yeah, right there. We'll go ahead and get a couple of these 6-meter logs, and we're gonna put one right there in the corner. And then I think I can do a 4-meter log for this. Oh, it's almost perfect. It's okay. I'm just gonna duplicate it. But do 2 4-meter logs right here. And just make that go straight up until I can see it. Just make sure it's in the other log. Like so. Do the same thing over here. Like so. Then we're gonna go over here. And I guess we're gonna do, maybe right there I can do one of these. Do something like that. Right there. I think that looks good. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and just have it so that this whole bottom right here can be climbed on. Because otherwise, I mean, they can't do shit up here except for go to that platform. And then it's gonna look a little weird because it's gonna be, or I guess I could go like that. And then we'll do something like that. And then we'll have a way to get up just right there. We'll have a trunk coming out of the thing. Right? I think a trunk coming out of the rock is kind of cool. I think that looks pretty good. It adds a lot more climbing space for them. And it looks nice. I think I'm going to do that and then get rid of this, because this doesn't look great. And maybe I'll just add another tree. Yeah, I'm just going to add another tree right there. think I'm gonna do let's do, it's a good looking tree. What is this? Is this it's a mangrove apple? I don't know if I did. I don't think I did one of those. Oh yeah, I did. It's right there. It's a good tree. Need a good looking tree. Is it a cork oak? Yeah. Let's go ahead and put a cork oak right there. I think that looks good. I'm happy with that. And then let's see how she's doing now with the hard shelter situation. It's still only at 40? Okay, there we go. But they need their stuff readjusted. So there's too much long or short grass, so we're gonna go ahead and make this long grass. Boom. So we're good there. Alright. So that's it for this for right now. For this enclosure. It looks good. I like that little extension we did actually. So I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like that climbing structure looks pretty good. Hopefully they use it. That is one thing. Hopefully they use it. But see, so now the chimpanzee, I can have it be this wide, and I could have it go to about right here. I'm thinking. Or a little like right here. And this is gonna go straight. Like so. To the plaza. Which there's gonna be like vending machines right here. Or not vending machines, but what's it called right here? There's gonna be the stores are gonna be right here on this side. That way I can have a short staff path to right here. So it's coming together. It's looking good. And yeah. And then I'm probably gonna let the game run for a little while because I need some stuff to mature. So right now, what was I waiting on? I was waiting on, so I mean they had babies. I don't know how long it takes for those to mature though. Same with the orangutan. And then I'm also waiting for these cougars to mature. I think they're relatively close. I'm waiting for cheetahs, I think I just passed. And then I'm waiting for, I was waiting for something else. I think bears. I think there's like 3 bears. Yeah, so there's a couple bears that are gonna mature soon. We have 2 baby hippos. So one of them just gave birth, I think. We have a couple of elephants. I'm waiting for them to mature. There's a moose that I'm waiting for it to mature. I think that's it. In terms of like stuff that's worth even having a thought about giving away. And then these guys keep breeding, the red ruffed lemurs. I'm waiting for this draft to mature, but I'm probably going to keep it because the male's going to die soon, so I'm probably going to just put in a new male and have it be able to breed with both the females. I guess I have a couple of these I can get rid of. He's in the trade center already, which makes me think that both of them can't be... I can't do anything with either one of them. They're probably injured, but I'm not sure. They're probably injured though, because that's what seems to happen. And then the saltwater crocodiles here just take forever to mature, so there's a fuck ton of them in here. There's a bear that was just born. I just got rid of the lions not too long ago. I just cleared them out. There's like 2 or 3 of them. That's how I was able to get the, what's it called? The, God, that's how I was able to get the, gorillas. But I still have to get one more chimp, which I need like 600 credits for, which isn't that high of an amount. I just gotta let the game run for a little while. But But yeah, I think that's really it. Oh, that's what I was gonna do in there real quick though. I was gonna make sure that there's no flamingos that can get pregnant. I'm trying to kill them all off, and I have a couple that are like start getting ready to mature. So I'm just trying to kill them all off, make sure that they can't breed anymore. And when this set of flamingos die, they die. Oh well, that's what I'm hoping for. Because I can't do anything because they don't. Well, I mean I can. It's just a pain in the ass. I don't feel like dealing with it. So I'm just making sure they can't breed. And then, sadly, no one goes in here. Oh, there's people in there. That's the first time I've seen anybody in there. I think it's because it's not a big hot zone yet, because it's just the end. It's not a loop. So I think it's just because there's not many people walking to this part of the zoo. As you can see, over here is packed. Over here isn't. So I think it's just because, and even over here is pretty packed. So I think it's just because over here it doesn't loop anywhere. It seems like loops are the way to go because that keeps people moving. I'm going to speed up time real quick. And we're going to just see if we are able to get rid of anything. So our timber wolves are pregnant now. Our African wild dog is pregnant. The skunk is dying. More lemurs are maturing. India theme is complete. I don't know who I had doing that. I don't know who I had doing that. We're gonna go with them though and have them do. I should have food shops get done, huh? Yeah, our skunk died from old age. Here pretty soon I am gonna have to go through and just kind of fill in enclosures with the animals. But as you can see, a lot of red-ruffed lemurs just matured. Which that alone might be enough lemurs. He's preventing other dogs from breeding. Well, he's elderly. I can just rehome his bitch ass. Yeah, both our skunks just died. I added another workshop. I don't know why they all queue for the same fucking workshop. Got a VIP visiting my zoo. I don't know if that's another player or what. This motherfucker has been in my zoo, like, non-stop. I think it's just like an AI kind of thing. But he's been in my zoo so many times. And those both are having negative effects. There's nothing I can do about that. Our boa constrictor died. So that's not good because there wasn't another one in there. So I'm going to have to fill that up soon. Let's pause because it is going kind of fast. Let's see what all matured. So I think it said red-ruffed lemurs. Let's go take a look at those. Our cheetahs are very close to maturity, I think, because I think they mature at 2 or 3 years old. Because I think in the wild at least cheetahs are like 18 months, something like that. So I don't know for sure. A lot of bats. I can't. All I can do is sell bats for cash though, because they're an exhibit animal. So I eventually am just gonna have to make it so their population can't get out of hand. Oh, grizzly bears did not go. I thought they were gonna mature faster. But our red-ruffed lemurs have matured. So let's take a look at that. So this one just matured. She just matured. I'm kind of getting rid of them because the old ones live for a while. So as they're maturing, I'm trying to get rid of them. Otherwise, it's going to get extremely out of hand very quickly. So just trying to stay on top of that. Again, I don't know when these guys mature. But I have a lot of them, so whenever they do, that'll be dope. But 11 Almost 12 years old. And still has not matured. It's crazy. Then she's pregnant again. So I think I'm going to get rid of the older girl that was born here. Because she can't... Oh, she's not even fertile anyway. Yeah, we're going to get rid of her. She can't even breed. And then our lions are getting ready to die soon. At least our female is. Male's still a little young. But as you see there, I got 96. Nothing crazy. It's decent. Our moose is about to mature, as you saw there. So I think that'll be a decent amount. I think the animal that escaped is just our crocodiles. Timberwolves. Timberwolf traded out. Red lemur has been traded out. I'm just waiting to see. Moose has matured. Cannot release to wild for some reason. There we go. 104 for the moose. That's a lot more than I thought it would be, actually. That's crazy. Because you think of a moose, you don't think of an endangered animal. All our animals escaped there for a second. There's 66 animals or something happened. Dangerous fighting due to overcrowding. Pause. One of them must have matured. Yeah. He matured. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of him, and that's it. We'll leave the older male, and there's only one matured female currently. So we'll release all three of those to the wild. Let's see how much we get for that. 11. Only one of them released to the wild. Oh no, both of them did. I legit just got 11. Or wait. Let me go ahead and... I can't release her to the wild for some reason. Can I release her to the wild? Yeah. Okay, we'll release her to the wild then. I was going off of age right there, but... 26 for that one. So that leaves us with 2, which is a baby, 1 male, 1 female. He's hungry. I can call a keeper. Then our cheetah is about to mature. Our cougar, I mean. Sorry. These animals are hungry in here. It just hasn't notified me. Our keeper looks like it's going in there though, so maybe she left. Is there a keeper hut right here? Yeah. Okay. We just had an animal die of old age. What is this? Oh, cheetahs. They all matured. Okay. Mechanic research is done on North Africa and food shops. 173 items over 2 themes. And then... So yeah, we have this to deal with now. So... They both matured, so they're outsiders, and that one has matured because it's also an outsider. Okay. This, I'm expecting a lot. Let's see. I'm expecting a lot from these. Ooh, 1,000! Let's go! That's sick. Got 1,000 right there, dude. That's what's up. We just had a animal die. And a sable antelope has died. Let's go, though, guys. That's sick. So now if we go to the animal market and we go and take a look at our chimps, we should definitely have enough now for one. And maybe a gorilla. I need another female. I need another female gorilla, so... And then I needed a male chimp. I think I'm gonna skip on the female gorilla, though, for right now. Fuck. The only chimp there is yellow and everything. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for a chimp because I think I can get a better one later. And then the female, this one is very fertile, which makes me want to get her. But I think I'll wait still too. But yeah, I have a female chimp with terrible stats though. So I need to look for both chimps actually still. But I'll worry about that off camera. But yeah, so that was the video. I know there was a lot of me just letting the time pass, but I kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit of behind the scenes too. Kind of what I have to do every now and again. Just let time play and get rid of animals as they mature. You know, it happens occasionally where all the animals will mature at once and it's a whole fucking fiasco. So, but yeah, that's essentially what I do whenever I need stuff for to buy new animals. I just let time play and then kind of manage the zoo the best I can during that. But yeah, so next episode we will be building the chimp enclosure, probably. I'm not going to say for sure yet because I don't know if I'll be able to come on the game and be able to sit here waiting for chimps. And if I don't find chimps, then kind of have to wait to build the enclosure. So if that does happen, what I will do is I will go and we will make the primate sign. I think it's going to just say Primate Kingdom or something, and it's going to be right before you go in there. So at least that's what I'm thinking for right now. And then we do have to kind of fill in this gap with something. I'm not sure yet, but something. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Planet Zoo. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you guys want to see on the channel in the future. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Stay safe out there, and peace out, guys.